Hey makers, it's Miss Michelle from the Creation Station, and this week we will be painting a scene inspired by the San Gorgonio Pass wind farm. If you live in the Coachella Valley, you are very familiar with seeing this landmark right off the 10 freeway between the city of Cabazon and North Palm Springs. But you're probably not familiar with Drew R. Oliver, president of the Oliver Electric Power Corporation, who had the idea of generating electricity from wind in the San Gorgonio Pass all the way back in 1926. In collaboration with electrician W. Sperry Knighton, Oliver and Knighton built the first wind turbine in the valley near the city of Whitewater. Made from parts of a Seal Beach roller coaster, the turbine burned out fairly quickly due to the high winds, and so a replacement built by Pacific Electric was installed and was in place until it was torn down in 1942 and sold for scraps. The valley would have to wait until a wind study took place in 1982, which determined that wind energy in the San Gorgonio Pass would benefit the area. Since then, over 4,000 turbines have been installed. In 2011, 460 turbines would be removed and replaced with brand new turbines in various heights and intake speeds. The San Gorgonio Pass wind farm was most recently featured in the latest adaptation of A Star is Born, featuring Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Now that we've learned a little bit about this landmark, it's time to gather our supplies and paint. I'm using an 11-inch by 14-inch canvas in this video, but you can use any size that you like. You will also need to use one paper plate to mix your custom paint colors, a paper towel to clean off your brushes, and 1 or 2 cups of water to clean your brushes between each color. For the brushes, I will be using a 1/2 inch flat brush, a 1/8 inch flat brush, a small detail brush, and also other optional sizes of brushes to help with the details of the windmills. We are not using a lot of different colors for this painting, as we are going to be making quite a few custom colors. You will need the following: black, white, blue, pink, and yellow paint. Now that we have all our supplies, let's get started. For our sky, we're going to start with a small strip of blue and then gradually add white to create a gradient. Next, we'll paint our ground. Take 1 scoop of blue, a dab of black, a scoop of yellow, and a scoop of white to make a teal. Paint about 1/3 of your lower canvas. Next, we'll make our first mountain color. Take 1 scoop of white, 1 scoop of pink, a dab of blue, and a dab of black, and mix to get a light purple. Use the 1/4 inch brush to map out your mountain peaks and then fill in the rest with your color, and blend at the base where the mountains meet the ground. Next, we'll add some clouds to our sky. Take the white paint and the 1/2 inch brush and tap out the basic shape you want to see for your clouds. Then, tap out some blue paint at the bottom of your clouds to add some details. Finally, add another layer of the white paint on top and blend with your fingers. This will make the clouds look nice and fluffy. Next, we're going to make some plants. We're going to create the color green, and then we're going to create a darker shade and lighter shade. Using the 1/2 inch brush, tap out random places where you'd like each color to be. This will give different textures and shading to your ground. Now let's move on to our closer mountain. Take a scoop of pink and a tiny scoop of black and mix until you get a maroon color. Map out the range slightly lower than the original and then fill in with your color. Once you apply the color, use the 1/2 inch brush to tap the paint. This is going to give the mountain a rough, rocky look. Dab the brush into black paint and then tap lightly onto your mountains. Continue to tap between your maroon color and black. The colors will gradually blend and give your mountain shadows and peaks. Adding white or pink in sections will give more dimensions to the mountain range. Using your remaining light purple color, add a little blue or a dab of black to make some slightly darker shades. Tap the paint onto your farthest mountains. You can also tap on some straight blue paint to create shadowed areas. Once you finish with the mountains, you'll want to wait 20 to 40 minutes for the paint to fully dry before we add our windmills. Once dry, dip your 1/4 inch flat brush into the white paint and paint a straight line in front of your second mountain, going down into your ground and almost to the edge of the canvas. Next, paint a small rectangle sticking partially off the top of your line. This is the top of the turbine that helps with the spinning of the blades. Repeat as many times as you like to create as many windmills that you are comfortable with. I made 3 in this video, and my turbines are a little bit smaller each time. The smallest wind turbine will look the farthest away. Once you've made the post, take a small detail brush and paint a skinny triangle coming out of the top of the turbine. Each wind turbine has a total of 3 blades, so to help with spacing, just imagine you are making the inside of the P symbol. Do this for all your turbines. To add more detail, take a small dab of black and mix with white to get a light gray. Paint one edge of your turbine post to create a shadow. Make sure that if you do this to one, it's on the same side as your other turbines. You'll want to also add some shading to your blades. If you have too sharp of an edge, just add some white to blend the colors. You can also make darker gray paint to give shape to the top of the turbines if you'd like. When you finish, take your time to touch up any areas that need work and then add your artist's signature. Your painting is now complete. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Paint with Michele. Be sure to share your finished paintings on social media and tag the Creation Station or use the hashtag PaintWithMichele. We'll see you next time.